For a trip to New Orleans in Super Bowl 58, we are ready to rock in the AFC Championship game. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First carry for Nick Chubb. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Play fake. Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Mayfield off the play fake. And that is incomplete. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going.
We're certainly not going to see a better punt than that. Definitely taking a chance, because if that thing clips the pylon, it comes out to the 20, but instead, it goes out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he's got some space here. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. Now Mostert. Past the 35 before he's taken down. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
Can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Play action. Now it's Allen. Now he's flushed out left. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8. Now a give to Mostert running right. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the 1st.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down, seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to a 1st down.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. A give. This is Chubb.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And he's going to take this down close to the first as he's brought down at the Patriots' 28. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Now Mayfield. Sacked on the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run right side with Mostert. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Now in 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
Here's Jack Fox now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And take it right on the 30. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, 2nd quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. Mayfield on play action. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Henry Ruggs, 59 yards. And the Browns are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Mostert. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. The 71 yards on the ground in this first half with a Super Bowl berth on the line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. This is Mostert. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff as they run left side. And some space here. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A big play there for the Patriots. The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. Now they try the right side here. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. So, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because, to me, it looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s when you're guarding your end zone. zone.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Still 9 remaining on second down. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. AFC title game, second quarter action. 2 minutes to play. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
On third down, Mayfield. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return, and the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 95 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Here's Mostert. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Now a handoff looking right. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On third down, here comes Mostert. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. This is Mostert. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 2nd and 4. they'll throw with Allen. Steps away. Touchdown! That's caught. A great effort there. 27 yards. And the Patriots have taken the lead. CD, for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And with 25 seconds to go, we'll see how they want to play this. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. Evades the tackler and now some space. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 18 yards on each of the last two plays, and they're picking up big chunks now. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half, Mayfield. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Gonna give this time to the tailback.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They hand it off to Mostert. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Working with a 2nd and 4. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Grady Jarrett in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. What a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They run it again with Chubb. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the 1st down. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Let's take it inside his own 40. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. He was brought down by Foyesade Oluwakin.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They'll run with Mostert. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll run with Mostert. And this time he is in. Yes. Raheem Mostert, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Gonzalez to add the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Pats are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you get 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
AFC Championship tilt, third quarter of play. This is 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Now a give to Mostert running right. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Patriots send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. This is taken at the 15. 1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. You're watching the NFL. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the fourth quarter, this possession, gigantic. They begin this drive with Chubb, and nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They go play action. Mayfield. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Andy Isabella, 70 yards. And the Browns have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. The extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this out to the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the pressure mounting with every passing minute. It's palpable right now. They're on top in the fourth quarter, clinging to that lead. A potential Super Bowl berth resting on their ability to manage the clock. And look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Past the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Raheem Mostert. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Gonzalez now to have the extra point. And he pushed it right. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 40. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
Here's 2nd and 10. Mayfield now from the 50. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Henry Ruggs. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. The Pats at the line, ready to go. This game is really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
A first down run there by Mostert as he'll get this forward for a gain of about 3. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
Check back 16. Check back 16. Here we go. Here we go. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3. Motion, motion, motion.
Once again, it's Mostert. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
New England on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. A run for Nick Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing, Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the 1st down. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it. Chubb. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
That was fourth and what we would call long in that situation, wasn't it? That wasn't fourth and inches, was it?
No, I mean, you get in those situations 4th and 3, 4th and 4. That's a lot to, what would you say, a lot of pizza left in that box.
It certainly is. Not everyone dove in on that one. In today's NFL, this is a passing down. All right, this is not a running down. That takes a lot of guts to call that play and even better execution.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Mayfield to throw. This one caught by Kittle. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now Chubb running right. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Handoff comes to Chubb. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Second down and 3, ball on the 7. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and a PAT for the lead. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the 4th quarter. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds...
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's second down. After the sack here, 2nd and 11. Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. And that could be a killer. He'll lose yardage and tackled inbounds.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
Throwing is Allen. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Here's Allen. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Really a great season. Not a whole lot to hang their head about.
Not at all. And, you know, the winning side, they're so ecstatic. They're going to the Super Bowl. But for the guys that we're talking about, they've got to figure out how it's going to go next year. Are they going to be motivated by this loss? Or will this loss linger and really make them, make it tough for them to come out of the gate strong next year?